I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from everybody. I don't want to hear it from everybody talking about how hip hop isn't charting right now. Hip hop is not on the charts for the first time in like 60 years. I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of hearing about it. This is all y'all's fault. Y'all did this to us. Y'all did this. So I know you've probably heard it by now. It's been everywhere. It's literally been on at the front cover of every insert publication here. Okay, hip hop rap has not been charting. Okay, for the first time in 60 years, hip hop rap is not on the charts, and I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from everybody. I don't want to hear it. I'm tired of hearing about it. This is all y'all's fault. Y'all did this to us. Y'all did this. I've heard a lot of different theories. I've seen a lot of different theories. A lot of people are, putting in their 2 cents about why they think this is, but I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I kept my mouth shut about this all last year when all of this craziness was going on and happening, but you can tell from the cover of this video the take that I'm about to give, so get ready for it. And if you want to come in the comments and have a war with me, we could do that. Let's go. But I'll tell you one thing about me is I'm a true fan of rap. I love rap. I love lyricism. I'm all about puns and just intricate bars that make me go look up a word, and when I look up the word, I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. Or the person, I can't believe he associated it with that. That's just who I am. I love the girl rappers. I love the guy. I love rap. So naturally, I am a Kendrick Lamar fan. Naturally, I am a Drake fan. Okay, naturally. And hip hop isn't charting. I've heard a lot of different theories about what it is. I've heard some people blame mumble rap. Some people have said, oh, it's because, we can't understand what anybody's saying anymore. The rap that people are listening to now, you can't really understand it. Well, that I can see how that's true. But, I grew up in a time where I would go to AZ Lyrics. I don't know if you know about AZ Lyrics. Please let me know in the comments if you know anything about AZ Lyrics. But I was on AZ Lyrics printing out the words to the songs that I wanted to know. So if you wanted to know bad enough, you would do what it would take to know. Okay, what's on my lip? Is there something on my lip? I don't know, it's just a shine. Okay, cool. I'll make sure, because y'all not going to tell me. Y'all was just going to let me sit here with it on my lip. Y'all wasn't going to say nothing. Anyway. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I grew up in a time where you printed out lyrics and you went to school and you were like, man, he said da 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 da. And also, let me just say, my favorite top 2 rappers are Lil Wayne and Kanye West. That was just my top 2. I love them so much. And look at Al. Shout out to Al. Why can't I never point to him? Shout out to Al behind me. But yeah, so yeah, I grew up in a time where you printed out lyrics to the songs that you really wanted to know. And you went to school and you talked to your friends about what somebody said because it was just that good, right? Like, that's where I grew up. So if you really wanted to know the words to these songs, you would know. And take it from somebody that reads the lyrics to NBA YoungBoy songs. Like, I really do, because I want to be able to sing them. I want to know what I'm saying. I got to read what I'm saying. So shout out to Apple Music for having that feature with the lyrics. And I know they're not always right sometimes, but they're better than what I could interpret it. The point is, if you truly love rap, you would do what it would take so you could keep up with the times, right? So that theory debunked for me, right? I've also heard, oh, it's oversaturated. There's just too much rap. Now, that theory I can relate to, because I do feel like, sometimes I get on apps like, I guess I could tell y'all this in confidence. Apps like Spotify, right? And Apple Music sometimes definitely make me feel overwhelmed, y'all. I'm 31 and sometimes I just don't want to have to figure out what I want to listen to. I don't know half the artists on the pages that they show you when you first log in. I don't know half of these people. So just I don't know. And then the day and age when there's no radio to really tell you and influence you, I grew up. That was the DJ's responsibility was to put you on new music. That's what DJs did. DJs didn't just walk into the room, walk into the party, and just play music off, their computer. No, DJs put you on new artists. That was the whole point of being a DJ, I thought, right? So that kind of died a couple years ago, and then we started to have different rappers. Insert Drake. Now, I know we just had the whole beef with Drake and Kendrick, and I kept my mouth shut because truly I just didn't feel like these two artists had any business going head to head when they are on completely different levels when it comes to rap. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm just saying that they're not comparable, brothers. They're not comparable. You cannot compare Drake's body of work to Kendrick Lamar's body of work. And again, I'm not saying anybody's better than anybody. I'm saying it's so different that it cannot be compared. That's all I'm saying. And I like them both. I'm a huge fan of them both. Like there's music that they've both created that have really gotten me through some crazy times in my life. Songs that when I hear them, I'm like, man, I remember when. So I'm not going to sit here and do the whole thing. But what I will say is the way that y'all really dragged it, the way that y'all turned it into something way worse and bigger than what it really was supposed to be was so distasteful, to do to somebody that, I mean, in his defense, has done a lot for our culture musically. I don't know where we get the whole idea of being a culture vulture, because I feel like a culture vulture is somebody that really takes from the culture and does not give credit. I can't think of a time Drake hasn't given credit. Drake has introduced us and put us onto so many new artists that have then gone and made their own way in their careers. I mean, I don't know how much approval Sexy Red would have got without the Drake stamp. The Weeknd. You know what I mean? I really think that when Drake is on a feature, that song gets so much more airtime than it would have gotten otherwise. There's so many songs I just clicked on just because it said featuring Drake, and we can't take that away from the man. We just can't do that. It's crazy to come around and try and take that from the man. He's featured the artists that have the sounds that he's borrowed from. He's featured them on his albums. He's featured them in music videos. He's broken bread with these people. Do I think he's given them 80% of the bread? Maybe even 50% of the bread? Probably not, because that's just not how business normally works. But we're fine with it. When the record labels do it, we're fine with it. When we go to work for people and we get paid the percentage of what we get paid, knowing the productivity of what we produce generates way more for these companies. We're fine with it then. But, when Drake shines a light on somebody's art, it might not give them 80% of the profit, 50% of the profit. That's a problem for us. When that artist might not have even been known had it not been for Drake. When that song might have even gotten played if it wouldn't have been for Drake. We wouldn't have even been vibing out in the club if Drake wasn't featured on that song. And I really just think it's dirty how we tried to drag it and do this, man. Now, I had a good summer. I had a good time this summer. But did I have a summer that was like with a Drake anthem? Did I have a Drake theme this summer? Nah. That was missing. That was missing from my summer. And I know that was missing from your summer. Admit it. Admit it. Admit that was missing from your summer, because it was. It was, girl. And that's okay. Y'all dragged it a little bit too hard. Now October's come and gone, and we got dust, y'all. We got what we deserved, which was dust. Not me. I'm not going to say me, because I've always been down for the boy. Always. But we got what we deserved, y'all. Yeah, I just don't know. I just realized that my light on my tripod died, and so I'm like, dang, I wonder how the quality of this video is going to be. But honestly, y'all, I'm just trying to get over perfection. And I'm gonna leave y'all with this. The reason that hip hop is not charting is because there is no really remarkable music right now. It's because the person that's carried introducing us to new sounds on his back better than these DJs have, better than these producers have, has just had to have a reality check that his fans are so fickle. So fickle. What's the point of doing this? What's the point if the people that you're creating this music for don't even ride for you when it's time to ride for you? Calling this man a culture vulture when he's put every single person on from every sound that he's ever borrowed. And he's put his own spin on it, and frankly, he's made it better. I saw you in the club vibing to it. I saw you dancing to it. Don't lie. It was better. It's better when he does it. We like it more when Drake does it. And we can't take that away. And we can pretend like we don't. I don't know where that gets us. All it gets us is not charting. Now who's going to introduce us to new music? Y'all know Kendrick drop every 5 years. I'm not shading Kendrick. I love Kendrick. I'm just saying Drake was hit after hit after hit after hit, single after single after single after single. Man, when there was a new Drake song, that was the first thing I clicked when I opened my music app. I didn't have to think about it, you know? And look how y'all did this, man. So I hope y'all like other genres. I hope y'all like country. I hope y'all like K-pop, right? I hope y'all like rock, alternative. I hope y'all like Christian music. Y'all need to get in y'all's Christian bag anyway. I know I am. Because that's all we got left now. That's all we got left. And I hope I hope that we can find a way to apologize to this man and get this man to put out some new music, y'all, because honestly, like, I don't know what we gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't want to twerk no more. I'm tired of twerking. We tired of twerking, and I'm tired of seeing it. I don't want to see it either. So y'all need to figure out a way to apologize to this man. But I'm going to leave y'all with this that Yassine said. And I don't know if Yassine got a new video name or something like that. I don't know if y'all watch him, but I watch everything on YouTube. I'm a YouTube girl. I'm a YouTube obsessed. So numbers don't lie. Hip hop is dead in 2025. Now, I got all the way through this video, and I just wanted to share this part with y'all because that's just how I want to end this video. So let's go.
Right now, other than Kendrick. But I don't think Kendrick had any effect to do with it, as some people would like to claim. I just think you guys need to apologize to Drake, because it's really Drake and maybe Future that's going to be able to bring
and
it
now
back.
They beefed out.
Future
y'all got them
have
beefed
that
out.
Cross-market appeal that a Drake has. And this is the thing. If Drake got into country, and Post Malone, he got in at the right time. But Post Malone has always been a lover of country music, so we're not going to play him like Post Malone is trying to do some country grift. But if Drake had hopped on that, like he hopped on, what was it, Latin trap or reggaeton, whatever you want to call it, when he got on that song Mia. If Drake hopped on country at the time, you guys would have said like, yo, he's ditching hip hop, this and that, but we would have had a hit out of it because Big X.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, y'all. Y'all forgot everything this man touched turned to gold musically. You can say what you want to say about him. You can say what you want to say about the writers. And listen, I'm a Lil Wayne fan. My favorite rapper goes into the studio and just does it off the dome. Now, I'm not saying Lil Wayne today compares to the Lil Wayne that I've always loved growing up as a Louisiana girl. But my point is, I'm about lyrics and I'm about writing your own music. But the one thing I can say about Drake is that if the writers were so dang on good, right? If the writers were so good, well, why don't we want to hear them rap? If the writers are so good, then why don't we want to hear them rap, y'all? Why? Why do we rap? Why would we rather hear it come out of Drake's mouth? We want to say he's so corny. We want to say he's so lame. We want to say he's so cheesy, which I'm not going to say he's not all of those things because I'm lame, I'm corny, I'm cheesy too. You watched my other video, you watching this video, the other videos to come, you will quickly clock that I'm a cheesy girl. Like, I like it. That's just who I am. But what did y'all did this man after all he's ever done for us? I just hope he can forgive us, man. I just hope he can forgive us because I don't know if we can rely on these fellas, these guys. I love these guys, but nah. Drake, they sorry. I'm not going to say we because I wasn't supporting it. Anybody that knows me, I wasn't supporting it. We're sorry. Come back. And that's all I got to say. Bye, y'all. I'm a clown. Bye, y'all.